Welcome back, tubers. If you like this type of content, please consider a like, a subscribe, and also leave a comment. Thank you. Oh, welcome back, tubers. Another great day in paradise, I always like to say. This is my channel, Reverend Jeffrey, and I am Jeffrey, of course. Anyway, we are continuing the remodeling of this house that I paid $1 for, and we have done something I've been talking about for quite a while, and I'm going to get into that right now. First of all, what I have done, I've opened up the wall into the kitchen. Like I was saying before, I had stopped with a sheetrock right up to this point right here, and of course this is a double stud. I put this other second stud in here when I was going to sheetrock this side. I already knew that I was going to do that. And so what I've done over the last couple of days is I've pulled out all of this miscellaneous extra 2x4s, the door frame that was actually here before, and I've knocked out all of some of these 2x4s. Now I still got to do these two. I'm going to get to that here in a little bit, but before I get started on that, what I did was I took my saber saw and I just trimmed the sheetrock down on this other side, the back side. I trimmed it all the way down, and then I knocked all that sheetrock loose. Now, in most of the parts of the house, it had not only sheetrock, but it also had plaster and lath. I didn't have any plaster and lath to do on the living room side because it was already done in sheetrock. And it appears that it's not ½ inch, it's like 5/8. It's pretty good stuff. I'm not going to mess with it. It'll be just about the only wall in the house that I don't have to mess with. All the outside walls I do, I have to strip them down and replace all the insulation and put that Reflectix up like I've done in the bathroom back in there. I don't know if you can see that too well, but sun's coming in. But anyway, so I realized that this 2x4, when I stuck it in here, it was a little bit punky on the top side of it, but I already knew that I was going to cut it down a little ways. First of all, for the 2x6s that have got to go up there in the ceiling, but secondly, I could stick a piece of 2x4 in here somewhere. I'll have to measure it all out, but then I'll cut it out like this, and then up there near the top, I got to slice up the sheetrock here, you know, so when I get to stick those 2x6s in over there. So, I just had to get you guys caught up to date. Like I said, I got to pull these last two out, these 2x4s out. They're in there real solid, I know, I can tell that. I don't want to compromise the structure too much, but upstairs, I've got plywood that is glued and screwed to the rafters, the ceiling rafters. So everything's being held together quite well, as a matter of fact. So when I get to that point, I kind of want to leave these in place while I pull parts of this down. And then when I get to that point, I got to reinforce the ceiling just a little bit, both sides. That's what I'll use these for. I'll stick them on top of one of my bricks, like I got. You know, and tighten them up. And then I'll take down the rest of this header that's up here in the wall so I can, and then cut the 2x4s in the ceiling. Got to cut them straight up to the plywood, and then I can slide in my 2x6. Now, I'll have to slide it into the pocket over here and then raise it up on this side over here and then stick in my jack studs, which will fit right on top. Now, as it worked out, here's where I pulled the old jack stud for the door frame. Well, there wasn't a jack stud here, but the one stud that was in the wall for the door frame. I pulled it out, and lo and behold, on the back side of that stud was a 1x6, and it was used as a nailing stud for the sheetrock. I kind of suspected that. And I thought I was going to cut it back to this 2x4, but it all came loose right to here because there's a seam right here. The sheetrock, there's a seam in the sheetrock. And so what I did is I measured from that seam all the way over here to the bedroom door, which is almost perfectly one sheet of sheetrock, 4 feet, except for it was a ½ inch short, and which is no big deal because once I come in here with the door frame, that ½ inch of space right there will be covered up by the molding that goes around the door. So no big deal. I've got one piece of sheetrock right here that I can use. I got it. It's my last sheet of sheetrock that I had. I was going to use it on the tub over there, but I'm still having problems with that tub faucet. Anyway, one whole piece of sheetrock will cover this. All I got to do is cut out the hole for the light switch and a little bit of a notch for the 2x6s once they go up into the ceiling. And then, boom, one piece of sheetrock, finish that off. Now, as you guys remember before, I still got to jack up the floor and the wall just a little bit. In the living room here, you can't really see it, but from the middle of the living room, it kind of tapers off a little bit. It's down about 1.5 inches still. Now, I corrected that problem here in the kitchen part. I jacked up this beam up to where everything is straight and square, and it kind of tapers off down a little bit with my temporary beam that I got. I got a temporary beam right there. So what I got to do is crawl up underneath over here and get to that other side where it's being supported and continue to jack it up another 1.5 inches. Now, again, like I had mentioned before, one of the problems that I noticed is that the living room, in the middle of the living room, the floor actually crowns a little bit by almost 1/2 inch or so. So what I like to do is there's one post here and there's one post over there in the kitchen. The kitchen is fine, so what I want to do is when I climb underneath there, what I want to do is take 1 or 2 of those shims out on the top or the bottom of the post right there. I think there's on the top of the post and to the floor there's a couple of shims. So I'll pull those out and the floor will settle down a little bit. And then the whole floor will be more straight and narrow. Level like it's supposed to be. So anyway, progress is coming along. I just wanted to kind of show you what I've been kind of working on a little bit. Not a whole lot in the house because everything has been roughed in. I mean, you saw how I got all the sheetrock all finished off in here. I just have some more of the sheetrock to do around in the nook for the refrigerator. Of course, this refrigerator is going bye-bye. And then a couple of pieces in the bathroom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy about, what do I need altogether? 5 sheets. I need 5 sheets of sheetrock. So I'll go pick those up and I can install those real quick. As for lumber, I got plenty of lumber right now. I got 2x6s to do the header with upstairs. I've got 12-footers and I got 8-footers. I think the 8-footers might work just fine. I'll have to measure that. Let me check. Yes, I got 2 pieces of sheetrock and they extend past the wall. So 2 pieces are, 4 feet apiece, 8 foot. So I'll get my 8-footers out and do that. And it's great. Now, real quickly, if you can see in here, I've been cleaning it out. I've been pulling out as many boxes. I made a little path all the way back there. You can see the actual window now. Anyway, so I've been pulling these boxes out. I've been going through them and trying to find stuff. I had a list of things that I was looking for, and lo and behold, I did. One of my cardboard closets that I had for moving, I pulled it out. I dug all the clothes out from the hangers on the top there, and I went to reach down into the bottom of it to see, and then lo and behold, I found my bread maker. I've been looking for that bread maker, and I found it finally. Because when the movers started cleaning out, I had all my stuff in a garage, and came time for me to move. they just started tossing things in the bottom of these closet boxes. I got like 4 of them all together. 4, oh shoot, I think maybe 5 closets all together of these cardboard closets, you know. So there's all kinds of stuff in the bottom of these. I still got 2 more in there that I got to go dig through and find. I'm slowly digging those out, and that's what I've been doing the last week or so. I've been kind of sifting through these boxes. Oh man, I am finding all kinds of neat stuff hidden in those boxes and stuff. You know, things I've been looking for, and then I'm just kind of separating and relabel on the outside of the boxes. You know, there's things in there for the library that I had, you know, kitchen stuff I'm digging all out, and then, you know, other miscellaneous stuff, you know, all kinds of stuff that I'm looking for. Anyway, I'm getting through all of that. Let me show you quickly what else I did. To open this wall up, what I did was I moved everything down a couple of feet, rearranged a few things, and then I took that section of shelving and I pulled it over to this this wall over here. So that was the beginning of the whole thing. I just got a wild hair up my butt and I decided to do something like that. So get that over there, and you know, just to get into this last phase of the kitchen here. Now, as you know, like I've mentioned before, I'm going to come over here with my countertops like that, and then this big countertop is going to be one of those wider ones. They make one instead of 25 inches wide, they make one that's 39 inches wide, and it takes up about 2 feet of the wall here, and then it comes out to about right here between the middle of these two 2x4s. So my counter space will be here, and it'll come out, you know, it'd be a breakfast counter. So maybe a little bit close, but give you a better look at this. And it'll come over to within about a couple of feet of the wall here. You see I got a 60-degree angle on the corner of the bathroom here, and then my countertop will actually, I'll probably mill in a 60-degree angle on the corner of this, so that'll give me a good 2.5 feet to walk by it into the kitchen there. And then, like I said, that refrigerator is going to go bye-bye. I think what I'll do is just gather up all of my scrap steel that I've got. I've been collecting it all. You know, I just got the whole nook in here just filled up with steel, and so I'll get that all cleaned out. I'll just, I got to rehab my trailer. That's in an upcoming video. And then I'll take all that stuff to the scrap steel yard. Maybe I'll even get a couple of bucks for it. So anyway, I just wanted to catch you guys up on what I've been doing lately. And work is progressing on the house. Now, in the greater scheme of things, last I mentioned that my appraiser did not like what I was doing here, and he would not appraise the house, so I couldn't get a refinance on the house. So what I did is I decided to go by one of the local credit unions that we've got in town here, one that I've got an account at that I've had for like 6 years. And I talked to them, and the gentleman was all nice and everything. He says, sure, no problem, you know. Gave him all the information that he needed, and he went to get it, run it by the other people, the higher-ups, you know, to get it funded and stuff like that. And apparently they have the same problem. Now, I arbitrarily picked $100,000 for the loan, and they came back with a negative. But I told the guy, listen, it doesn't matter what the amount is. You pick a value. Just any amount of money, right? You're in the business to make money. I need money. Let's do this, right? So loan me some money, a little bit, whatever you want, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000. I don't care. I just need a little something to continue on with these projects, and it'll be more livable, right? Appraisers are real itchy kind of people. I don't know what their problem is. This house is livable, right? It's got a heat source, it's got a bathroom, it's got a working toilet, it's got a working sink, you know, it's livable. You know, my bedroom's upstairs. I could sleep on the couch here if I felt like it, you know, some people do. I don't know what's wrong with these people. It's livable. So, I mean, the door locks, the whole 9 yards. What more do they want? I'm confused. Anyway, if that don't work, then, you know, we're in negotiations. So if that doesn't work, then what we're going to do is I've contacted, I had to leave a message, but I contacted a construction loan outfit. I need to get a construction loan to do some of this stuff. So anyway, we're still in the process. It's been forever now. I've been trying to get a loan on this house for better part of 6 years now. But now that we're getting down into the home stretch, right, I've got the kitchen all framed out. You know, I don't have cabinets. Maybe that's part of the problem. You know, they're squeamish about, oh, you don't have any cabinets. Can't be livable if you don't have any cabinets. Well, shit, the hell, I got one cabinet right there under the sink. How many more cabinets do you think I need? Oh, you know, this is kind of a irate point with me here. Especially I'm the one that's supposed to get the money, you know, and nobody's giving it to me. But anyway, I got all my kitchen stuff out here. I can do anything you want here. Certainly people live in vans, small apartments. They do better with less. So that's what irritates me. So I got a house. I don't, you know. Anyway, let's get it done. We're going to continue trying to get financing on this, you know, because I got to get that driveway in, you know. And I can't actually park on the, you know, on the street all the time because the state patrol will come by and they'll ticket my car if I leave my car out there on the highway. That's kind of half the problem. So I want to get this driveway all made over here. All I have to do is call my contractor friend and he'll come by and do it, you know, for a price. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I didn't want to make this too long. I just wanted to get you guys kind of up to date. And that's what's been going on. Opened up the kitchen and it's going to look beautiful. You know, that's less I have to sheetrock, you know. I just have to do one big piece instead of a whole bunch of little pieces. So anyway, there you go. If you've made it this far in the video, please throw me a like and a subscribe. And don't forget to comment. I love to see in those comments. So there you go. Keep enjoying the videos and go outside and enjoy the weather. I mean, it's sunny, it's warm, it's nice, about 70 degrees outside. All right, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for coming by.